Great news, guys. The website is up and running, and today on Gardening with Creekside, I'm going to take you on a little tour of the website so that you can learn to navigate it and get the most from this website. Come join me. Hello friends, welcome to Gardening with Creekside. I am Jenny, and the most anticipated event is finally here. The new website is up and it is running and it is ready for you to come visit. It is www.gardeningwithcreekside. So our web address has not changed, but you can see that we have a brand new website. So what I thought today is that I would take you on just a little tour so that you can really get the most of this website and that you can utilize it to everything that you need to navigate Gardening with Creekside. My goal, my intention for this website is really for you to get an up-close personal feel for who we are as a nursery and as a business. This is just a little reflection of who we are. I wanted it to be very bright, very airy, very user-friendly. I didn't want you to come here and get stressed out. Like, I want this to be a pleasurable experience for you. Whether you are shopping and you want to order some plants for your own garden, or you just want to learn who we are, or you want to learn some tips on what to do before you come to the nursery. So we're just going to take some time and go through the website and just chit chat like old friends. This is a perfect day to do it because it is rainy and nasty and yucky. So it's a great day to be inside planting your garden. Of course, when you come here, we've got the home screen. We have all of the information up here at the top with your tabs. If you know exactly what you're looking for something specifically, up here at the top, there is a little magnifying glass. You can just simply go there and type in bubblegum. If you're looking to buy some bubblegum Supertunias, anything that you're looking for specifically, you can type in there. So that search engine function of the website is very handy. Of course, here we have, some really pretty pictures of the whole, let's see, there we go, couldn't find my arrow. Just a little carousel that will just go through with the Aqua Pots and just different ideas and images of the nursery. Scrolling on down, you will see we've got 5 different bars here, and this is just if you want to have a snapshot of who Creekside is. What is the difference between Creekside Nursery and any other garden center that you may go to? Well, I have these 5 different categories, and at the bottom of each category is more information. So there's a little button that you can click on, and it will take you to more information about that. For example, we are the grower. Creekside Nursery is a grower retailer. So that talks about that. The gorgeous setting. Creekside Nursery is unlike any other garden center that you will find. We are in a gorgeous, unique nature environment, definitely a destination garden center. All of our handcrafted inventory, whether it's the Aqua Pots or the bottle bender wind chimes or stained glass, you will find that there. A section on our landscape services. So if you are local and you want us to come help you with your landscape, or you want to come to the nursery and get some help, that's a whole nother category. And then of course the YouTube channel, you can click on that and it'll take you straight to our channel. Scrolling on down, there's my sweetness and I just saying welcome, a little bit of who we are. And then of course you can click on that and it'll take you so you can get more information about who we are and our history here at Creekside Nursery. And then of course the best part of this whole business is making friends with new folks. Whether you, when you come to the nursery, you definitely are a part of our family, and these are some great client testimonials about what their experience is in their own words about Creekside Nursery. So you can scroll through there. Like I said, some sweet customers who have now become dear friends because of this business. So we love that. So we have those client testimonials. Then this little section will change. This is called In the Spotlight. So right now we have the annuals on here, but then you come back next week and maybe it's perennials. Then the next week it could be on supplies or handcrafted inventory, whatever. So this is a rotating section that will change. And then of course, if you see something that you like, you can go, it'll tell you exactly what the name of it is, and then you can click on that and it'll take you directly to that page. If you are brand new to Creekside Nursery or Gardening with Creekside, of course we want to get social with you. So here we have links where you can click on it, go to our YouTube channel, the Facebook, or Instagram. And then we want to stay in communication with you. So here we have where you can submit, if you have a question or a comment, all you have to do is stick in your name and your email, type in your message, send it to us, and it will come up and we can respond to you very easily that way. And of course, if you would like to subscribe to any kind of emails or newsletters that we send out, again, you can just put your name or email in there, send it to us, and we will have it on file. And then last but not least, here on the home page is down here at the bottom is the map. Because Creekside Nursery is definitely a destination garden center. You are not just going to kind of stumble upon us. We are very far removed off of the main road. So the best way that you can get here is by using your GPS. We really like Google Maps. They bring you here most effectively and they don't bring you all around the county to get here. So this is a map. You can click on that. You can of course do directions. It just gives you kind of an idea of where we are. But we always recommend that you use Google GPS, Google Maps to get you here. And then down here at the bottom, it does have our hours, our address, our phone number, all of that. So make sure that you check that out. Now, what we're gonna do is just gonna scroll up to the very top and let's get, I'm gonna kind of do this in order of how I want you, if you're gonna come to the nursery. First, we're going to plan our visit. So we're gonna come up here, click Plan Your Visit, and that will bring us to this page. It's a rainy day. Have you ever noticed on rainy days your internet runs a little slower? It does at our house anyway. So here we go, Plan Your Visit. So of course you've got 3 different sections up here. Before you come, places to eat, because we all love to eat. And then sights to see. Again, you can click on these and it will take you straight to that section on the page, or if you just want to scroll through, certainly you can do that. If you are planning on coming to the nursery, especially if you're coming from out of town, maybe you're just 30, 45, an hour away, or maybe you're coming and you're from Georgia or you're from Florida. These are some really important tips that we want you to know. So whether you're 5 minutes away or 5 hours away, these are some really important tips. So come through here before you come. It's a little checklist. Basically, the first thing we're gonna say is make sure that we're open. We do have select hours here at Creekside Nursery. The website, Facebook, Google, they're all up to date. Sometimes Yelp is a little off, so I would not rely on that, but go and check website, Facebook, and Google. It will tell you our hours. Another big thing is we do not have at this time a public restroom facility. We are a small business, and once you get over here, you will realize in our location that right now it's just not a suitable place. We can't just magically pop up a whole bathroom. But during the peak season, we will have portable bathrooms for you to use. So if you know that's gonna be an issue, there's McDonald's before you get to us, stop at McDonald's. Of course, we want you to drive nice and slow. We live on a gravel road, so please be respectful. Drive nice and slow. The rule is if you're making dust, you're driving too fast. Slow down. Plenty of plants. We're not gonna run out. Bring your shopping list, because when you get here, a lot of times you kind of lose your mind because there's so many gorgeous plants and you're like, well, I was gonna get this, but now I can't remember because I'm here and I'm seeing all these beautiful plants. What in the world? So make a list, and that way you definitely get what you want plus any extras. If you know that you're gonna need some help, whether you want us to help you do a container or a certain area, know the size, and know like the sunlight. Finally, make lots of room in your car because you're gonna go home with lots of great stuff. So clean your car out beforehand. If you're one of those folks who are really particular about how clean your car is, I know I personally keep an old sheet always in my car underneath the little trunk thing, so I can whip it out and lay it down so you don't have to worry about your car getting dirty. And then of course we accept all cash cards because people ask all the time, do you accept credit cards? Yes, everything. And then the last thing that we ask is that you please extend a little bit of grace and patience, especially during those really busy times of the year, because we really want to give everybody a moment and some personal attention. And so if I'm spending what you think maybe is a little bit too long with this person, just know that I'm going to spend that exact same amount of time with you. So if we can just be patient and gracious with one another, and don't get all huffy if you think that we're not moving fast enough or I'm spending too much time talking to this customer, I'm going to spend this equally amount of time talking to you. So a little patience, grace, go find a nice comfy spot in the pines somewhere and just hang out. And then coming on down, places to eat. So here we have listed some of our favorite restaurants here in Gaston County that are close to us, anywhere from ice cream to coffee shops to pizza places to barbecue. We've got it all here. And if you are going to be here for an extended amount of time, we also have a section of sights to see. So what are some, local interesting places that you could come and do after you visited the nursery? Whether you want to go for a hike or you want to go to the Whitewater Center, or maybe you are kind of traveling around. We have Biltmore on here. So there's lots of different information. They are all linked. So you can click on the name and it will take you directly to their page with their information so you can navigate it there, because we want you to have an enjoyable time when you are here. So plan your visit first, and then of course the much anticipated shop tab. So you click on shop and it will take you to the categories. I think what a lot of folks are really interested in right now, of course, are those annuals. So you click on annuals and it will take you to all of the gorgeous Proven Winners annuals that we will be offering both online and at the nursery this year. So you can notice that it's very clean. It is gorgeous. All these beautiful flowers are right here for you to choose from. Now, you will notice that there are not the names directly underneath the plant. If you just hover, it will tell you exactly what it is, and it will tell you the price. So if you're looking for something specific, you can use your search bar right here, and you can type in, let's say we're gonna look for bubblegum. So here she is. We click on her, ta-da! There is bubblegum. Tells you what it is, some of the characteristics of it, all of the different growing conditions, how tall does she get, how wide does she get, how much do you need to space her apart from each other, what are the colors, what is her habit, how are you gonna use her in a container. All of your information that you need to know about bubblegum is right here. And then of course your plant needs. So is it sun? Is it shade? Is it an easy plant to care for? Is it a hard plant? If it's gonna be, you wanna see if it's gonna be a perennial in your area, that's your hardiness zones. So you know what zone you are. We're a zone 7. Well, bubblegum is an annual unless you're in a zone 10. I'm not a 10, so she's an annual for me. Talks about how you can use her in the container, in a landscape, mass planting, so forth and so on. And then finally, there are some maintenance notes. So how do you maintain this plant? How is she gonna be? What do you need to do as a gardener to take care of her? Then finally, it will tell you what size container you're gonna be purchasing. And if you want one of those, you simply add to cart and you have a little check. And then when you come back up here in your little basket, you can see exactly what you have in your cart. So those are the annuals. Now let me go back and show you another thing. They're gonna be listed alphabetically. So like Amazel Basil is the first one because she starts with an A. If you wanna go by a different category, you can come right here how you sort. So it's gonna tell you that it's alphabetical right now, A to Z. So you can click on that. You can go reverse order. You can go alphabet from Z to A. You can go by your price list. You can go from the newest plant that I've added to the oldest, or vice versa. So maybe you visited the site a couple of times before and you want to see if there's anything new that I've added to it. You could simply click on the date, new to old. So now you get to see the order that I have entered these in. So Pegasus Begonia was the last one that I entered in. So there he is right there. Now let's say that you have certain growing conditions that you're looking for, or plant requirements. Let's say you have a problem. Let's say you have a deer problem. A lot of folks are like, we need deer resistant plants. So when you click over here, it will tell you. So we have different categories: bestseller, deer resistant, drought tolerant, and edible, foliage, full sun, proven accents, salt tolerance, shade, superbell, supertunia. Okay, so that's it. So let's go to deer resistant, click on that. And all of these plants that come up have been from proven winners. They say that these are deer resistant plants because that is a very, look at all these plants. Look at all these options you have. It's just unlimited. Look at that. You can do a lot of things with this. Sun or shade, flowering, foliage, you name it, you have got it. So we've got that. Let's say that we're looking for, you need some foliage. Like you need something in your container that's really pretty with lots of good foliage. That's what our proven accents is. So you go to that and then there you go. You've got different grasses, all sorts of fun, different foliage colors that really just accent the plant, not necessarily for your flowers. But let's say you do want to go flowers, right? You're going for the big bang. So we go to our Supertunias and then here we go. Lots and lots of different colors that you can choose from. There you go. So that is the same for the annuals. Perennials is very similar. All those same kind of search engines, the way you can sort it, all of those are there. And again, you can just scroll through. It's a very easy, you can tell you've got your perennial of the year, which is the cat's pajamas. So that is in there and you can just scroll through and see whether you want a hosta or you want a daylily or you want ferns. They're all here for you to see. One thing that I didn't see before is maybe that you're not a gardener, but you have a gardener in your life and you're like, I know that they would love to order something from Creekside Nursery. So we have available gift cards. So these are in all the different categories that you can look for. You can just type in your search engine gift card. And what's great about these is you can do them in increments of however you want. So it can be 10, 25, 50, 100, whatever it is, the amount that you want to spend on a gift card, you can do that. And then what happens is that they will receive, and it's an electronic gift card. So they will get a code. When they come and shop, they can enter in that promo code and it will automatically deduct whatever amount is on their gift card. So that's a great option for maybe for Mother's Day coming up, or a birthday or an anniversary or a just because present. So gift cards are always a great thing. Now let's say that you give a gift card and then you're going to come visit us. That's great. You can bring that with you, and of course we can redeem that here at the nursery also. So it's very, very versatile. And then of course our supplies, because you got to have some good stuff to grow your plants in. We use a lot of the Espoma products. Of course, you know, we're big fans of the Biotone, all their fertilizers, the Land and Sea, their compost blend. So all of that is here. So again, you can click on the picture and it will take you exactly right there, gives you all the information. A lot of times on the Biotones, it will, like, let's see, let me make sure, here we go. So on the Biotone, of course, it comes in different sizes. You can get a 4-pound bag or you can get an 18-pound bag. You can choose that and it will take you right there and you can add it to your cart and keep on moving. We have, of course, the Proven Winners potting soil, their fertilizers. So everything that you need as far as supplies is right here. And then, of course, the same thing with the Handcrafted Inventory. So we're going to go there. Here with the Handcrafted Inventory, you will have all of your Aqua Pots, you'll have your wind chimes, you'll have the stained glass, All of that will be in there, and then you can go through and choose what you want to add to your cart. I will say though that the Aqua Pots, we are not shipping Aqua Pots. If you have ever seen an Aqua Pot, they are nice, big, beautiful self-watering containers. But the key also is that they're big and they're heavy, and they are a ceramic glazed pot. So we're not going to be shipping those. They're massive. Even just to get them to us, it is quite interesting to see how they are packed. So if you want to do an Aqua Pot, you can look on the website. It will tell you what we have available. It has all the colors, it has all the sizes, but you will need to come to the nursery to pick those up. So just a little fair warning. And then moving back up here to the top, we have the About Us page. That just gives a little history of who we are. We have the whole gang here. Of course, Jerry and I and our 3 kiddos. And then, of course, our beloved Christine, who is I call her my right arm. She is the integral part of this nursery. And it just gives you a little bit of history. And then of course down here, when we keep on going, it will link you to the video that we did when we got our hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And that was just a brief history, a look back of where Creekside started from and where we are now. So we encourage you to take a look at that video because it has lots of great photographs, and you will just be amazed at where we were and where we are now. So that's a really fun one to look at. And then finally, the last page that we have is our landscape services. So basically we offer 3 different kinds of landscape services. The first one is consultations. So you can come to the nursery, and if you just have, like I said earlier, if you have a container that you want potted up, or if you have a little section of your yard that you need some help with, we are more than happy to sit with you, talk with you, walk through the nursery, and kind of help you plan these events. Now, if you have a large area, let's say you want to do the whole front of your house, like you've ripped everything out and you need some help picking plants, shrubs for the front of your house, we are asking that if you have a big project like that if you will please make an appointment so that we know you're coming and that we can prepare as far as staff-wise to take care of you. Especially on Saturdays, it can get quite very busy and not chaotic. Sounds like a bad term. It's not chaos. It's just that we may not be able to give you the time that you deserve. So if you will just please make an appointment with us, you can send us an email, the contact form, you can do it through Facebook, anyway, and we will figure out the best time for you to come for that consultation. So of course, this is a consultation. We kind of help you and lead you what plants to choose, and then you go home and implement it. And then the next one that we have is what we call We Plant It, You Plant It. And it's very much like those consultations. Again, we ask that you have, because these tend to be a little bit of a bigger project, again, that front yard, or you have a nice big open area that you want to take care of. Let us know you're coming. We'll make an appointment. Those appointments are free. The consultations and anything at the nursery, there is no charge for you to do that. We just ask that you make an appointment with us. But again, we will go through and pick out plants that meet your growing conditions, your desires for the area, and just kind of help guide you through. We will even, if need be, like place the plants out and let you take a picture with your phone, because I know for some of us, especially me, I'll get home and I'll be like, where was this plant supposed to go? So we lay it out for you and you can take pictures. That is the We Plant It, You Plant It. So we help you plan, then you go home and do all the work. It's a great little setup. I love it. And then of course, finally we do the design and the full installations. So this would be if you have, again, another like a large scale project at your house, but you want us to do all the work for you and not that you're not doing the work, which is great. We do that all the time. So what we do here, this is that full landscape services. Jerry and I will come to your home and we will talk with you. We will look at your space. We will come up with a plan, a design, and we will go back and forth until there's a design that you feel meets your needs the best. With that, we have a $100 fee that when we come out, it's a $100 charge for us to come out and begin that process. If you go with us and we do your landscape plan, then we credit that $100 back to you. So just know that the only time that we come out to your home is when we're doing those large landscape full install services. And yes, we rip stuff out. That's what Jerry loves to do, is rip out the old and put in the new and just make the space look brand new and fresh. So those are the different services that we offer you as far as landscaping. We will be adding to this as things come along. We will be adding merchandise to this. We're coming up with, Christine has got some great t-shirt designs that we're super excited to share with you. So as things come along, we will add to the website. Just know, and y'all have been fantastic being very patient with us. I have been doing all of this. I am not a website builder. I do not know code. So there may be one or two little mistakes in there. If there are, just be gracious and just let me know privately. That would be great. But I'm really pleased with how well it has come out. I love the look of it. I love how clean it is. And I really think it gives you a snapshot as to who we are as a garden center and our heart and soul behind this business. We are really excited about this season. We are excited to get our plants into hands with all of you sweet folks, whether you're 5 minutes away or 5 hours away or on the other side of the country. We are really excited about that. As always, thank you so much for gardening with Creekside. We can't wait for this season. We are excited and we look forward to gardening with you in the future. We'll see you next time, friends. Bye.